Hello, this is Victor. I'm here with a new weekly tutorial, and this time I'm going to explain how to paint this with the shield and how I did the shoulder pads on white with the green shadow, as you see here. So how I do this, how I did also this shield here. Maybe it's washed with the light and the camera because it's difficult. But if you see the picture that I use at the beginning is the what I was meaning. So what I'm going to use now, I use that as a base. The base color that I used for this green is the Gauss Blaster green. It's a very pale green with this turquoise shadowing or color or tonality. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to paint with white. I like to use, I know that I can use bigger brushes, but I'm so used to paint with small brushes that I will use my small brush, and I will do just a very thin layer of it. As you can see, well, I don't know if it's easy to see in camera this thing, but this color is not covering, so I'm using the color very thin, so it's not covering completely the green behind. So this is what you want to do. You want to thin it down, use water in that case, and try to use the transparency of the color into your advantage to let the green still be visible. Doing whites on camera, it's very difficult, I have to say, because normally the camera is not able to have enough contrast in the white parts, especially because it's contrasting with the darker parts. So I don't know if this is going to be fully visible in camera. I'm sorry in advance if it's not visible. I will try to explain the best as I can the process that I'm following to paint this. So as you can see, I'm applying white on different parts and trying to be as thin as possible. There is another thing, is the white. On white is very easy to see the strokes, so you have to be very careful on that. I did here a mistake. Okay, don't worry. So as you can see, and in this first stage, if you still see that the color change is too strong in some areas, don't worry, we are going to work this later on. But the idea is to play with the transparency of the white, as you can see, and try to leave some green still visible through the white. Okay. Also, one thing that's happening is when I did the gold, well, the white on the gold, I dirt a little bit around on the green, so this is going to be I'm going to use the green later on to correct this. On the edges of the shield I go with white again. I will try to make the edges of the shield white and keeping more the central part and around the hammer and the linings with the greenish color. I will do all the ornaments of the shield on gold, so I don't, as my background color in the shield is very light, so I will not go for white or different color on the linings. Another thing that I'm doing the trim at the back. You can leave it also green, but at least on the parts that are very visible you can apply some white. This will also work in your favor and making this white greenish color. I'm very picky and I'm going to correct the gold, the mistakes I did on the gold with the white. So I will correct this mistake here. I know that most of the painters prefer to correct all the mistakes at the end. I like to correct the mistakes on the go, because then I hate to start searching for all the mistakes that I did before. So I keep working with the white. We'll do here a little bit. Now I'm going to do a second layer, but I'm going to do it, I will apply more on the edges of the shield. So I will keep working, leaving the central parts a little bit untouched. As you can see here, I will just do really the bottom. Then on the other side I will work a little bit more if it's... So I will work a little bit more on the edges. I play a lot with the water to water down the color and to help on the transparency. Work a little bit here. Okay. Now I will take mixture of the white and the green color and the Gauss blaster green. Here you see the color. We'll take a mixture. I will put a little bit of paint retardant to help me. In case I will use, I use the paint retardant from retardant medium from I don't know which company is this one. Vallejo, sorry, because this thing is quite thick. So I will also use Lamia medium for the mixture. The retardant is I want to use. Sorry, this is the hard coat. I show you the wrong pot. This is the one I was meaning. The Lamia medium. I try to use the retarder to give me time to blend the colors. So I start with a mixture 50-50. I will start playing this in the central parts of the shield. We'll apply this also here. And if I see that is too clear, I will keep balancing the color. So I will take some green. And I will add some green here in the middle. Try to be, the idea is to work with them, try to blend them as much as possible. I working with the 50-50 combination, the pure white. The pure white I will leave it just at this, in this case, on the extremes. And I use the pure green next to the gold parts. So here, for example, I will go. It will help me really on making the. Because what you want to do is you want it to look white with some greenish background. Now I will go with white. Here. I will do some white also. Use the mixture to soften the transitions. Also here. And I will use the same mixture. You can see I use a lot. I always paint on top of a piece of carton. This is because normally, well, the people, I take the excess of paint on this carton. So yeah, and this is how this will look like. I don't know if it's really visible in the camera. Sorry, I got too up. Let me see if taking a little bit of light. You can see that better. If not, I will put a picture. You will find a picture of a miniature where I paint this in that way. So that way, what you want to do is to smoothen the transition the maximum as possible. We'll take a little bit of white now, and I will add to the mixture like I did before. Just this is almost what I'm applying now is white with just a little bit of tint of green. White can be quite a challenging color to work with sometimes because it's contrasting a lot when you change from pure white to just white from a little bit of other colors. But I think now it's looking good, and this is how I do the Greenish White. So yeah, I hope you find this interesting, and let me know what do you think. Let me know, give me feedback. What do you think, and what is your opinion? And that's all for this week, for the topic of this week or the painting of this week. I hope you find this interesting and helpful. So thanks a lot for watching, and see you again later. Bye.